So, Readout, you said that Viola Davis herself kind of didn't like the script after she did some digging?
Not Viola Davis.
Oh, no, the other one who...
Yeah,
say
Lupita.
her name again?
Lupita
Nyong'o.
Nyong'o.
Lupita Nyong'o.
Yeah. However, it does make me think all the statements that actors and actresses are coming out and making when they're using their...
Hey,
words are hard.
I got a question for y'all.
Foreign words harder.
Oh, hold on. When they're out there making their statements using the movie as a soapbox, and I do sometimes, not that I'm trying to give them a pass on this, but it makes me wonder how often do they actually believe it? Or they are actors, they do recite lines. How often are they coached on what to convey when they're being interviewed? Makes me wonder how many of them really believe the crap they're saying.
All the time.
They don't believe
have talking points.
Any fucking thing that they say, sir. Do I have to tell you that?
There's like two ways that they do it. Either they're like coached by their publicist and they're saying you can only say this is what we're doing here, or there's directors and actors that know what they're allowed to say and know what they're not allowed to say and will filter themselves accordingly during interviews. Kind of like different, like they're just smarter. The smart actors like, I shouldn't say this thing, so I'm gonna word it differently. Other ones, like I'm sure Rachel Zegler, she's got to be coached and like say stuff. But the way she approaches Snow White, I could totally believe that she views the old Snow White in that
she's
manner.
Drank
like
the Kool-Aid.
Like she just doesn't see it like as wholesome as it should be.
But it makes me wonder when they're out there doing. Do they go? Yeah, I'm just saying what the publicist told me to say to make me popular.
Probably half and half.
Yeah. Now, Billy Bob, what are you
Rita, I have a question for you. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll get to it. And by the way, Stormcrow, the question you posted in the chat, I starred that one. I do want to get back to that. That's a good question.
Thank you.
Yeah, but Billy Bob, what were you going to say?
He can go ahead.
You forgot, huh?
Okay.
Go for it.
Rita, then this is just a question in general, really. Schindler's List, how historically accurate was that? Because I know they left out a bunch of details on what really happened in there.
No, actually, it's pretty darn on point. That being said, you have to understand the movie is taken from Schindler's perspective, so we don't get to see a lot that's not from his perspective, a lot that's going on in the ghetto. I've always felt that the ghetto sequences were relatively glossed over because most people think the Holocaust is just, Holocaust starts concentration camps. We don't get to often see the gradual deterioration in conditions, the gradual horror escalating. They gloss over a lot about the ghetto so they can get into the concentration camps. And there are... I'm not much of a World War II historian, so off the top of my head, I can't really name you inaccuracies. They're there. I know people point them out. But for the most part, it's pretty on point to what you see on screen. There's stuff they leave out that you can go in far more detail about what's happening. And also, Schindler was not necessarily this very nice guy, so that too. The movie does not talk about what he did after the war.
Yeah, but the movie doesn't exactly really show me what a piece of shit Alan was. Like, they toned him down in the movie, if you could even believe that.
Well, didn't they
had to
tone down Oppenheimer as well in his own movie?
I'm still reading American Prometheus. I can't say anything for or against Oppenheimer at this time. Must do more proper research.
Yep.
I have been very busy.
Well, there is this other movie that I don't think any of you really seen, but you guys heard a movie called Come and See.
I haven't even heard of it.
No, I haven't. I won't watch that movie for the same reason I won't watch Grave of the Fireflies.
You can watch Grave of the Fireflies over Come and See.
I can watch Grave of the Fireflies every day over Come and See, sir.
Wow. Yeah, no.
No, yeah, it's...
There is Okay, so I gotta be careful how I say this because I say Yahtzee's wrong. It gets either bad.
Maji, we're fine.
But-
You can
Not too
say
worried
Nazi.
about it. Go for it.
You can say Nazi.
But there's this German film. It's called Hitler's Ugent. I spent a lot of time in Germany when I was a kid, but I actually found this. I had to hunt it back down,
That
but
explains the
it is
fuck.
from. Hey, shut up. Anyway,
Anyway,
it is from the perspective. It's from the German perspective on Hitler's youth, growing up as a Hitler's youth, going to a special school.
Are you talking about that movie done by what's his name? The fucking
It's not in English.
Taika Waititi. You
Oh
talking
yeah,
Jojo
never
Rabbit?
mind. I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah.
No. The Hitler's Ugent is literally in German.
Okay.
But it's done through the German perspective, and it's a rare take on how the society got tricked into thinking that way, and you see it through their perspective. It's actually kind of cool movie to watch.
Have you watched Stripes?
Well, you say tricked. Were they really tricked into what they did, or more like they didn't care? They just wanted out of it situation
They more didn't dig into it. A lot of people suspected there was more deeper stuff going on, but they were turning a blind eye to ignorance on purpose.
Because the economy was wrecked up until that point, and then all of a sudden things were getting better under this new regime.
That's
right?
exactly
Stormcrow?
what it was.
So
Stormcrow?
things look good. Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
It's
Do I have
kind
to
of like
bring up
when
an
we're in our
illusion.
Do I have to bring up 2020?
No, you don't. That's the reason why I'm bringing up where they tricked into it. Because I don't know if you know this, Manji, but the human race is kind of retarded, severely retarded.
We're not the smartest, no.
No,
Pretty dumb.
that's why we're
Funny,
better off being
funny.
cyborgs.
But-
We're better off
It
being
was
androids.
more a political sleight of hand.
Okay, that doesn't stop. Listen, my point is, I don't feel any ounce of shame or sympathy for Germany after World War II. They got everything that was coming to them. There, I said it. Same with the
I'm
Japanese.
Oh,
Fuck
you get
'em.
what you deserve. I mean, in the end, you get what you deserve. You
That's
should
How
That's
dare
pretty
you
know
fucking
better.
disrespect
Japanese.
Maji's
They
people?
absolutely get what
I'm
they was
not
coming to
German,
them after
dude.
World War II.
But no, it's not that at all. Never mind.
No, no, no,
Maji
no, no.
really
I'm
hates
sorry. I'm
Indiana
sorry.
Jones.
No, no, no. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Maji, I'm sorry. Please tell me. What do you mean?
It's you guys have been so brainwashed by society that you guys think it's a political take. It's not. It's a historical take.
No, please tell me.
You
Who's
are
sorry.
saying
following,
So
you?
what?
Who's we?
not you, but the movie
You people.
itself.
Oh,
are we talking about Generation War?
no, we're talking about
No,
the.
that's actually a good one too. No, I'm talking about Hitler's Ugent. You follow this boy who started out as a 12-year-old who got convinced by his friends, starting to sound a little familiar, that it was really cool to be one of Hitler's youth. So he runs away because he is the perfect Aryan. He's got the right shade of blonde, he's got the right shade of blue, he's the right height, right body tone. So he gets inducted into basically a Hitler's youth school, which is basically brainwashing for soldiers to train for officers, like a OTC.
So did he become a brown coat?
Well,
Well,
it
It's a stormtrooper.
pretty much, but it follows him from age 12 up until about 16 when they're like, "Hey, we're short people. You're going to war." But
y'all
it-
Oh,
watched Strike?
goody.
Yeah, you know what? I found Hitler Ugent before the fall. Right?
Maji, have you watched Stripes?
I don't know what stripes is.
Stripes.
It's a movie during World War II. The little boy becomes friend with like the Jewish kid. He's in the
Are you
concentration
talking
camp.
boy
Right
in the
next
striped pajamas?
to it.
Yes, that's a
Stripes, where
is-
the fuck it was called.
Stripes is a
No,
different
no, no,
movie.
no.
Stripes is a very different movie.
Yeah, that was.
I thought
Yeah,
you
but-
were talking like the
not-
zebra.
Yeah, if you want the historically accurate, you got to go to Tropic Thunder.
There you go.
most historically
Totally
accurate
capsule.
movie. Readout's
Delta
gone.
farce.
No, but the whole purpose of the movie wasn't to be political. It was to show a historic point of view as
Yeah.
growing up in the Hitler's youth.
You know
There
what?
was
I'm gonna watch Delta Force now.
There was nothing
whatever the fuck it's
political
called.
about it because everybody knows that of the atrocities, but it helped you understand how the kids were literally raised and brainwashed into it.
That's how it works. See the same thing going on today in the universities, except we're not making soldiers. Well, they're kind of making soldiers, but not in the traditional sense.
They're
It's
creating
more
a zombie horde.
psychological. Psychological warfare means you can create soldiers that don't need to fire bullets. They need to fire their words, basically.
I
Straight
mean,
out of their mouths
that's
right
what
onto
China
Twitter
is.
and get a whole massive thing.
You want to see the future? Look at China.
Oh yeah, they just passed us in the Navy. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, boy in the striped
Fuck is
PJs.
That movie's hard to watch, though. Yeah.
It's been a while since I watched it.
I try not to watch downer movies. I try to watch.
I know, I watched
suspenseful,
the shit ton of Schindler's
psychological
List,
horror,
over and over.
horrors and actions and comedies.
Maji,
You know, for a guy running a pop
Hold
culture
up.
channel, I sure am
Maji.
out of the loop. I haven't heard of half these movies.
Well, a lot of these are foreign,
Maji, let me
films.
let me just educate you on a movie that's basically impossible for you to see. Trippy won't see it, but you won't see it either. For this reason, we see an entire village get burned to death in a church by the Yazis.
The Nazis.
Nazis, you can say
be
Nazis.
proper.
That's what they are.
Well, I don't. Are
What
you
was
allowed
that?
to even say
What's
that
that?
on YouTube? Everyone
Yes,
calls it
Maji,
Nazis.
you
What
can.
is that?
I'm sorry. I think our channel is tiny as fuck.
Plus, we're literally talking about Nazis.
Frequency-
Literally, the literal Nazis, not like accusatory. Literal.
you not hear what
Nazis.
Frequency said
Literal
earlier.
T-talk.
Okay, fair enough. Well, anyway, Come and See is a very different kind of beast to most Holocaust movies because I don't know, you just feel like viscerally sick watching it.
That's
You know?
that's the point. That's the point. Yeah.
Like I can't. Yeah, and also it just reinforced my hatred for Germany at the time.
Did
So fuck 'em.
anyone watch Life
know?
of Pi?
I did.
I seen it. Yeah.
I did.
It's all right.
War
That's
is
okay.
not PG-13.
Yeah. No. As I get older, like I'm trying to watch more war movies that are like realistic, just to like remind myself, undo the brainwashing of the action war movies that we've seen from the past. You know.
That's why I thought that's why Hitler's Ugent fetch. Sorry, now I'm pronouncing it wrong. Is so
Ugent.
important for
I'm
people
bringing
to
it
see
back.
because you see the indoctrination, you see the acceptance of being, the perfect Aryan nation. You see that, and then you also start to see the downgrade of his society as he's going through this
But Tim Allen,
private
did you
school.
eat pie?
Like, he chose to go to the school against his parents' wishes, and his dad literally grabbed his bike, which was his only real treasure at the time because, the country was poor. I mean, that's how Germany ended up in the situation during World War II, is because it was completely devastated. And his dad destroyed the bike and threw it out
Hold
in
up,
the
Maji,
driveway.
and explain to us why they were devastated.
Because World
Well,
War
World
One,
War One left them completely
the
destroyed.
Weimar Republic.
World War One, Geneva Conventions, the war
The Geneva
reparations.
suggestions.
Never mind.
We broke her.
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm sorry.
Maji says
No.
she wanted to talk.
Read out. I totally understand you now, man.
I think Readout's still gone.
Yeah.
His cat is getting
Welcome to my world.